Hey DOT community, this is Zalon coming at you with a temple takeover and most recent Infiltrator event recap. And also, I'm just going to state at the end of this video, we'll be pulling one epic token, one regular token, because in this temple takeover, there's an opportunity for me to get Volstan. I just need him for collection purposes. I have all the rest of these Titans, or possibly a second Valoran, or maybe a one of the new Korthans, because I got rid of my last one. If I get one that's like 30 or 40 in level, that would be pretty nice. But, we'll see. Aside from that, like I said, I have all the rest of these Titans. If you do not, if you might want to give it a shot, see if you can get a Valoran or a Freya, due that to the fact that they give a 1.4 soul boost in the upcoming event Cerberus, entitled The Final Labor. So, I did want to mention about that as well. I hope everyone's excited because it looks like on Thursday of this week, now that as you can see from right here in the screen in the game, they are already stating there is the God event will be coming this week, and to look forward to that. Now, one quick thing I want to say before I go on is we have only, being that this Cerberus is a Greek god, we only have two troops to summon left, archers and spearmen. So let me know down in the comments who you think Cerberus will be summoning, because that is definitely the picture from that we've seen previously on Greek God coming in February, because this is pretty much, we said either this week or next week were the last two opportunities. So hopefully that means during the live stream on Thursday, we will be picking whatever this community event is going to be, because then it'll come out next week. Because that would just obviously make sense. Because as I stated before, anything community oriented, developers need a little bit of time to set it up. Typically, it's not something they can just flick a switch on and it's already ready to rock. So I think that's what's going to happen on the dev live stream. There's going to be some sort of voting, or maybe voting on the stream and maybe over the weekend, and then maybe whatever the community event's going to be, it's going to be next week. So, with that all said, if you do not have a Valoran and do not know about Valoran, Valoran is actually a summoner that is still very viable in the game. Plenty of people use Valoran as defense on their garrison and or VP lands. And the reason is because of the unique Tier 2 elemental resist for Spearmen, the three of them that you get. And then an automatic X skill health and armor buffs as well for the Spearmen. So, absolutely amazing Titan. Like I said, if you don't have her, this could be your opportunity to see if you can grab her. Do I think people may be asking, I already saw, will Valoran be in the milestones of the upcoming Cerberus event? I don't think so. So I would say this is your opportunity that during this week. Will Valoran be offered in a milestone in another event? I'm hoping, that when Zeus is finally released, she will be. But that still could be a month or more away, because we don't know after Cerberus how many more Greek gods we will see. So let's not, count that out. Besides from that, Korthand and Talland, of course, now with archers becoming a little bit better with their critical skill being boosted, Talland is a little bit more viable. I have him. Am I still going to level him? Yes, but he's still not priority one. My Aluth is still going to be leveled before him. So, and then of course, new Korthan. Of course, he buffs. He defends. He has resist skills that are buffing him, and not troops, making him a little less viable to the, I would say, older players, whereas maybe some of the younger players would still have a lot of fun with Korthan. I like Korthan just because he's part of the main story of the game, along with Olmerand. Siegfried and Freya. Freya's really gone off. She used to be huge. I used to want Freya real bad. But now I know a lot of people say that, paladins haven't had their time in a while. So, besides from that, we also have Siegfried, and he also, with the archers being a little bit better now with their critical boost, can be a bit more viable. Siegfried also had his time in Late 2017, early 2018, Siegfried was awesome. I loved Siegfried. I have a level 58 Siegfried. It was very difficult to get really good rolls on Siegfried, so it did take me a while. I had to get a bunch of them, like three or four, until I just settled on just saying, all right, you know what, I'm gonna level this one up. So that's one of the downsides with Siegfried. Um, but let's continue on with just a couple quick things. The developers posted a blog post about how the Death Do Us Part, the server issues, with the alliances being moved around when they shouldn't have been, and blah blah blah. So you can read this. For the most part, they gave out divine gems to cover the alliances that were affected. Other than that, we all got a free gift today, which is pretty awesome. So let's take a quick peek at that. Well, that was the 750 divine gems. I got a Tyrius from the land event yesterday. Actually, I was kind of impressed. I got a 3-star off it. Yeah, I think that new land event where you get 5 refreshes at the beginning of the season for a Monday, I really believe that shouldn't be actually an event. I think it should just be something that is active like normally during a Monday morning. So that's just my opinion on it. A great idea, but I just think it should just be implemented. Like, that's just it. On Mondays, you should be able to do 5 land refreshes, just in general. And I say Mondays for me, but I know people on the other side of the world, it might be a little different for your first day of the season. But, yeah, let's see. And then, of course, here's that free gift. We got an Earth site, 4-star Earth site, which is okay. But I'm not super excited about the 4-star Earth site. I already had, I think, one, and I don't think it was being used currently right now. But 2 ancient tokens and the 100 portal stones. As soon as I saw this, this popped up, of course, before getting the notification about today's token pull event. And I saw these and I thought, oh, that's it. We're having another Greek god, because those were the tokens that we used for the Greek god events. So again, very excited for that to come up. Cerberus looks definitely like, with the fact that this is a physical pull event, I would think that this is now, I could be wrong, but I think this time around, because of they chose 2 physical titans for the boost, and this is a pull event for physical titans, that Cerberus will be physical. But again, we've seen in previous events where we have pull events for, like last week, which had nothing to do with the event when it came down to the actual elements that were involved. So here we go. I would like to show off what my 2 infiltrators that I got in the most recent infiltrator event, and then I will be doing those pulls. So let's get this. We have Nazul out in Sagunga. So here's Sagunga. Sagunga had poison damage with that fire resist in the beginning, and then Titan critical, armor piercing, critical, and armor piercing. Now, this is not a good build for the 5-star, because of course there's 2 armor piercings in there, especially one of them being the last one. Although, there is double critical, so there is an upside to it. This still could be a viable build for a player that only has a few infiltrators, but if you have others that have better skills, I would say this is either fusion food, or if you're a collector like myself, one that just sits on the shelf. And then Nazul. Nazul got armor piercing, Titan earth damage, armor piercing, and armor piercing. Again, with the double armor piercing, especially with the X skill being the armor piercing. So this is another shelf 4-star Titan, unless I get a better Nazul in the future. And then I would use this one for fusion food. So, yeah. And the only reason is, if I would have gotten a better rolls for a Nazul, like the one that I would say would be the best roll, would be with the first skill being damage, second skill being critical, third skill being critical, and then fourth skill being damage, and then having the X skill be damage as well. And then I would throw on the 5-star along, and then I would be able to get crit really easy, and then also have damage really high, and Azul would be insane. Not as good as Arya. Arya still has a little bit more because of her first skill giving those extra higher boosts, and also helping with health as well and speed. It's insane. So Arya is still number one on the Infiltrator book for me, but Nazul had the opportunity to become a very close second, especially with the fact that she has earth damage. And, you know, that's just another, could be another. Think about it. You want to have a slew of different types of attackers of different elements, and she had the potential of being a very high earth attacker. But unfortunately, I didn't get one of those roles. So that's that. And now I'm just going to jump into doing two pulls, like I said. We're going to try to get like either a Vol stand, because I just don't have one. So to be honest with you, I would love for this regular token that I pull right now to be a Vol stand, because I probably won't level him, but just to have him, I need him. Well, no, I would have to level him, I think, for at least one collection. Nope, I get a Manfred. Boo! And then now this is where you want to get a high level Valorn, maybe a high level Corthan, or I guess a Volstan too, because you know what, I'd prefer not to even have to worry about throwing food into him. But yeah, I would need it for a collection. No, I get a level 20 Runa. No, no, that is horrible. Getting ruined on video, even more of a disgrace. But all right. Well, I'm going to leave that last one there because I don't think I'm going to be, like I said, I'm not that excited about those pulls. It was just to give it a shot, see what would happen. But I think I'm going to call it quits on that. You can't say that a level 20 Runa isn't more the biggest slap in the face. So anyway, one thing I did want to mention, with that free gift, which was kind of crappy, as you can see, I have 117 portal stones. Yeah, I didn't want to add them right away. So just so you know, if you don't want to add the portal stones right away, I don't know how long the timer is for to collect it though. It may be a 24-hour timer. But if you don't want to, if you want your portal stones to like be generating like mine were, and still like playing a little off and on and stuff like that, and you know your grind session will come on later tonight or something like that, collect it later. Because otherwise, yeah, you're sitting like this. So I'm gonna get to grinding. I'm gonna actually be doing one thing very special today, and that is I gotta get a little bit more gold. I'm gonna be heading to Castle 23. Yep, I gotta start this construction because there's not much more to do, and I got my maidens going to 22. So after that, I like to have a few troops still left to upgrade, because when you even get, I still have 2 weeks until the Castle 23 will be done. And after that, I will also have a few additional, buildings that you have to construct to be able to even get to the next level of upgrading your troops. So with that all said, you do want to have a few other troops to be working on in the meantime. So thank you, DOT community, for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and smash like. It always helps me. And I will see you most likely in the next video or live stream on Thursday for the Cerberus event. Let me know what you think. Are you excited about Cerberus? Let me know in the bottom. I'll know you are the hardcore fans that watch till the end. All right. Thank you, DOT community. And I will talk to you all again very soon.